I doubt not of your wisdom. Let each man render me his bloody hand. Gentlemen all, alas, what shall I say? My credit now stands on such slippery ground that one of two bad ways you must concede me, either a coward or a flatterer, that I did love thee, Caesar. Oh, this true. If then the Spirit look upon us now, shall it not grieve thee dearer than their death, to see the Antony making his peace, shaking the bloody fingers of the foes, most noble in the presence of the course?
Mark Antony.
Pardon me, Caius Cassius, the enemies of Caesar shall say this, then in a friend it is called modesty.
I blame you not for praising Caesar. So, but what compact mean you to have with us? Will you be pricked in number of our friends, or shall we on and not depend on you?
Therefore I took your hands, but was indeed swayed from the point by looking down on Caesar. Friends, I am with you all and love you all, upon this hope that you shall give me reasons why and wherein Caesar was dangerous.
Our reasons are so full of good regard that were you, Antony, the son of Caesar, you should be satisfied.
That's all I seek, and am moreover suited that I may produce his body to the marketplace, and in the pulpit, as becomes a friend, speak in the order of his funeral.
You shall, Mark Antony.
Brutus, a word with you. You know not what you do. Do not consent that Antony speak in his funeral. Know you how much the people may be moved by that way which he will utter.
By your pardon, I will myself into the pulpit first, and show the reason of our Caesar's death. What Antony shall speak, I will protest. He speaks by leave and by permission.
I know not what may fall. I like it not.
Mark Antony, here, take you Caesar's body. You shall not in your funeral speech blame us, but speak all good you can devise of Caesar, and say you do it by our permission. Else shall you not have any hand at all about his funeral, and you shall speak in the same pulpit whereto I am going, after my speech is ended.
Be it so. I do desire no more.
Prepare the body then, and follow us.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Oh, to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over the woundy now do I prophesy, which like dumb mouths do ope their ruby lips, to beg the voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men. Domestic fury and fierce civil strife shall cumber all the parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so in use, and dreadful objects so familiar that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants quartered with the hands of war. All pity choked with custom of field deeds, and Caesar's spirit raging for revenge, with aid by his side from hell, shall in these confines with a monarch voice cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war, that this foul deed shall smell about the earth, with carrion men groaning for burial.
Adjourned with Caesar's body. The Forum, Act 3, Scene 2. Enter Brutus, Cassius, and throng of citizens.
We will be satisfied. Let us be satisfied.
Then follow me and give me audience, friends.
I will hear Brutus speak.
Brutus, then follow me and give me audience, friends.
I will hear Brutus speak.
Goes into the pulpit.
The noble Brutus is ascended. Silence.
Be patient.
Till the last.
Be patient till the last. Romans, countrymen, and lovers, hear me for my cause, and be silent, that you may hear. Believe me for mine honor, and have respect to mine honor, that you may believe. Censure me in your wisdom, and awake your senses, that you may the better judge. If there be any in this assembly, any dear friend of Caesar's, to him I say, that Brutus' love to Caesar was no less than his. If then that friend demand why Brutus rose against Caesar, this is my answer. Not that I love Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Had you rather Caesar were living and die all slaves, than that Caesar were dead to live all free men? As Caesar loved me, I weep for him. As he was fortunate, I rejoice at it. As he was valiant, I honor him. But as he was ambitious, I slew him. There is tears for his love, joy for his fortune, honor for his valor, and death for his ambition. Who is here so base that would be a bondman? If any, speak for him. Have I offended? Who is here so rude that would not be a Roman? If any, speak. For him have I offended? Who is here so vile that will not love his country? If any, speak. For him have I offended? I pause for a reply.
None, Brutus, none.
Then none have I offended. I have done no more to Caesar than you shall do to Brutus. The question of his death is enrolled in the Capitol. His glory not extenuated, wherein he was worthy, nor his offences enforced, for which he suffered death.
Enter Antony and others with Caesar's body. Here comes his body, mounted by Mark Antony, who, though he had no hand in his death, shall receive the benefit of his dying, a place in the commonwealth, as which of you shall not. With this I depart, that as I slew my best lover for the God of Rome, I have the same dagger for myself, when it shall please my country to need my death. All live, Brutus, live.
Bring him with triumph home unto his house.
Give him a statue with his ancestors. Let him be Caesar.
Caesar's better parts shall be crowned in Brutus.
Will bring him to his house with shouts and clamors.
My countryman. Peace, silence.
Peace, ho.
Good countryman, let me depart alone, and for my sake stay here with Antony. Do grace to Caesar's corpse, and grace his speech tending to Caesar's glories, which Mark Antony, by our permission, is allowed to make. I do entreat you, not a man depart. Save I alone, till Antony have spoke.
Stay, ho, and let us hear Mark Antony.
Let him go up into the public chair. We'll hear him, noble Antony, go up.
For Brutus' sake, I am beholding to you.
Goes into the pulpit.
What does he say of Brutus?
He says, for Brutus' sake, he finds him beholding to us all.
Best he speaks no harm of Brutus here.
This Caesar was a tyrant.
Nay, that's certain. We are blessed that Rome is rid of him.
Peace, let us hear what Antony can say.
You gentle Romans,
Peace, ho, let us hear him.
friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus hath told you Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault, and the grievously hath Caesar answered it. Here under leave of Brutus, and the rest for Brutus is an honorable man. So are they all honorable men? Come I to speak in Caesar's funeral. He was my friend, faithful and just to me. But Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. He had brought many captives home to Rome, whose ransoms did the general coffers. Did this in Caesar seem ambitious, when that the poor have cried, Caesar that wept? The ambition should be made of sterner stuff. Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and Brutus is an honorable man. You all did see that on the Lupercal. I thrice presented him a kingly crown, which he didn't twice refuse. Was this ambition? Yet Brutus says he was ambitious, and sure he is an honorable man. I speak not to disprove what Brutus spoke, but here I am to speak what I do know. You all did love him once, not without cause. What cause withholds you then to mourn for him? O judgment, thou art fled to Brutus' base, and the men have lost their reason. Bear with me. My heart is in the coffin there with Caesar, and I must pause till it come back to me.
Methinks there is much reason in his sayings.
If thou consider rightly of the matter, Caesar has had great wrong. Has he, masters? I fear there will a worse come in his place.
Mark dear his words. He would not take the crown. Therefore, 'tis certain he was not ambitious.
If it be found so, some will dare abide it.
Poor soul, his eyes are red as fire with weeping. There is not a nobler man in Rome than Antony.
Now mark him. He begins again to speak.
But yesterday the word of Caesar might have stood against the world. Now lies he there, and none so poor to do him reverence. O masters, if I were disposed to stir your hearts and minds to mutiny and race, I should do Brutus wrong and Cassius wrong, who you all know are honorable men. I will not do them wrong. I rather choose to wrong the red, to wrong myself and you. Then I will strong such honorable men. But here's a parchment with the seal of Caesar. I would it in this closet, this will. Let but the commons hear his testament. With pardon me, I do not mean to read, and they would not go and kiss dead Caesar's foots, and dip their napkins in his scared blood. Yep, beg a hair of him for memory, and dying mention it within their wills, bequeathing it as a rich legacy unto their issue.
We will hear the will. Read it, Mark Antony.
The will, we will hear Caesar's will.
Have patience, gentle friends. I must not read it. It will not meet. You know how Caesar loved you. You are not wood, you are not stones, but men. And being men, hearing the will of Caesar. It will inflame you, it will make you mad. This good you know not that you are his heir. For if you should, oh, what would come of it?
Read the will. We'll hear it, Antony. You shall read us the will, Caesar's will.
Will you be patient? Will you stay a while? I have urged myself to tell you of it. I fear I wrong the honorable man, who drags have stabbed Caesar. I do fear it.
They were traitors, honorable men. The will, the testament.
They were villains, murderers. Read the will.
You will compel me, then, to read the will. Then make a ring about the corpse of Caesar, and then let me show you him that you made a will. Shall I descend, and you will give me leave?
Come down, descend. You shall have leave.
A ring stand round.
If you have tears, prepare to shed them now. You all do know this mantle. I remember the first time ever Caesar put it on. On the summer's evening in his tent, the day he overcome the Neri, looked in his place and ran Cassius Drago through. See what a rent the envious Casca made. Through this was the well-beloved Brutus stabbed, and as he plucked his cursed steel away, mark how the blood of Caesar flowed it. As rushes out the doors to be resolved, if Brutus so unkindly knocked or no. For Brutus, as you know, was Caesar's angel. Judge, O you gods, how dearly Caesar loved him. This was the most unkindest cut of all. For when the noble Caesar saw him stabbed, ingratitude, more strong than the traitor's arms, quite vanished him. Then burst his mighty heart, and in his mantle muffling up his face, even at the base of Pompey's statue, which all the while ran blood. Great Caesar fell. Oh, what a fall was there! My countrymen, then I and you, all of us fell down. Whist, bloody treasure, flourished over us. Oh, now you weep, and I perceive you feel. The dainty of pity, there are gracious drops. Kind souls, what? Weep you when you be but beloved. Our Caesar's venture wandered. Look you here. Here is himself, mad as you see, with traitors.
Oh, piteous spectacle!
O noble Caesar,
Oh, woeful day!
O traitors, villains!
Oh, most bloody sight!
we will be revenged.
Revenge about sea,
Burn, fire, kill, slay. Let not a traitor live.
Stay, countryman.
Peace there! Hear the noble Antony!
We will hear him, will follow him, will die with him.
Good friends, sweet friends, let me not stir you up. To such a sudden flood of immunity, they have done this deed or honorable, which private griefs they have. Alas, I know not that made them do it. They are wise and honorable, and will, no doubt, with reasons answer you. Come not, friends, to steal away your hearts. I am no orator or Brutus is. But as you know me all, a plain bent man that loved my friend, and that they know full well, they gave me public leave to speak for him. For I have neither wit, nor words, nor worth, action, nor utterance, nor the power of speech. To stir man's blood, I only speak right on. I tell you that which you yourself do it. Show your sweet Caesar's wounds, poor dumb mouths, and bid them speak for me. But were I Brutus, and Brutus Antony, they were an Antony, would ruffle up your spirits and put a tongue in every wound of Caesar, and that should move, and stones of Rome is right and mutiny.
We will mutiny. We will burn the house of Brutus.
Away then, come, seek the conspirators.
Yet hear me, countrymen, yet hear me speak.
Peace. Ho, here Antony, most noble Antony.
Why, friends, you go to do you know not what. Whereas had Caesar thus deserved your loves. Alas, you know not. I must tell you then. You all forgot the will I told you of. All
True, the will.
Let's stay and hear the will.
Here is the will, and under Caesar's seal, to every Roman citizen he gives, to every several man, 75 branches.
Most noble Caesar will revenge his death.
O royal Caesar.
Hear me with patience.
Peace, ho.
Moreover, he hath left you all his works, his private erodes, and new planted orchards on his side Tiber, and hath left them you. And to your heads of ever common pleasures, to walk abroad and recreate yourself, here was a Caesar, and comes such another.
Never, never. Come, away, away. We will burn his body in the holy place, and with the brands fire the traitor's house. Take up the body.
Go fetch fire.
Pluck down benches.
Plug down forms, windows, anything.
Excellent citizens with the body.
Now let it work. Mischief thou art afoot. Take thou what curse thou wilt.
Excellent. After the extra, Antony instigates to mob to rebels. He then sits with Octavius Caesar, Julius Caesar nephew, coldly calculating how to view any future threat. Brutus and Cassius fall apart as the idealist in Brutus is outgraded by Cassius practically. The armies of Octavius Caesar and Antony clash with those of Brutus and Cassius at Philippi and Sarkis. Brutus and Cassius are defeated and both commit suicide.